Peace and blessings. This is Rayesa Gheewala, the Divorced Muslimah Coach. And I'm here on Insta Live, and I'm also here in my group. Assalamu alaikum, Sarah. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So, okay, what am I talking about today? I'm talking about breaking free from the chains of stigma. And I'm talking about the stigma of divorce here. There's lots of different stigmas, but I'm focusing on the one around divorce. I'm focusing on the shame around divorce, all of the blame, the stereotypes, because that takes a toll on women when they're going through a divorce. And it really does, metaphorically, though we're saying like it's a chain, it really does feel like that, because you're actually being held down, you're being tethered or tied to a certain type of label, which has a certain connotation. Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And so, if you try to have this imagery of being tied up or being chained up, stuck, not able to move forward, or not able to do or do the things or have the things that you need in order to move forward, such as healing, right? And so besides chaining you down, holding you down, it really does feel like, and then you have all these labels, right? These labels of how you are identified and how you are known. And again, like I said, all of those, the labels in itself has meaning or connotations, and it's usually negative connotations. Hey, Fariel, good to see you. Right? So being in this state when you're already going through the roughest time of your life, when you're already going through a life-changing event in your life, and all of the pain and the hurt that comes along with a breakup, right? It isolates you, meaning like it ostracizes you. You just feel more isolated. And ostracized, quite frankly. And it also, like the labels, some of the labels also feel like you are the other, right? Like you're not part of the same community, or you're not part of you don't have the sense of belonging, because now you have this label on you. So just let me know if what I'm saying is resonating, if it makes sense, if you've experienced this, any of that stuff. I want to hear from you, and I want to know if you can relate to this. All right, so what else? What else I want to say about this? Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because the pain is real, the suffering is real, and it's not something that someone chooses, right? No one chooses to be in a breakup. In terms of, like, even if you do choose to separate, it's not a reflection of how you deserve to be valued or treated, right? And the suffering and the pain on top of the already, like I said, grief from the loss and the breakup, it doesn't matter who, what the reason is of why that there was a breakup. It doesn't matter, even if we're talking about, like, in terms of abuse, or you're talking about infidelity, or whatever, like these reasons that people think is acceptable to get divorced, right? It doesn't matter. It's still the pain and the hurt that people feel, no matter what's happened between the husband and wife, is real. And the pain of the breakup is real. And so it doesn't matter also who initiated it, who wanted to get divorced, and who didn't want to get divorced. We have like this syndrome also. Oh, this person didn't want to get divorced, but this person did. So very easily one becomes the good guy, one becomes the bad guy, right? Well, nobody knows, nobody's living or understands the dynamics of what's happening in a relationship behind closed doors. Just those two people are. And even those two people, they're two different people. So there's his perspective and her perspective, right? And from working with women, and even working with couples, it's very apparent that one can be thinking one thing about the relationship and another can be thinking another thing about the relationship. They're both not experiencing it in the same way, which is very similar. Like you can have, like for example, this water bottle, it's halfway either full or half empty, right? We're both looking at the same thing. We're experiencing that water bottle and interpreting that water bottle very differently. So, I've had women say to me, like, I don't even know why I got divorced, or these reasons that I got didn't make any sense to me. So it doesn't matter why, or it doesn't matter who initiated it, right? Dealing with already the pain and the grief and of the breakup in the marriage and the divorce is difficult enough. But when you have that added level or that added layer of stigma, of shame, of blame, of stereotypes, it makes it a lot harder to cope. It makes it a lot harder to heal. It makes it just harder to survive, even, if you will, survive and even move forward. Forget about the moving forward. You just feel like you're stuck. Remember that imagery I gave you at the beginning? You're chained. And so that's exactly why I'm running this masterclass. Why is divorce such a dirty word? And in this class, it's an opportunity to dive deep into what are the stereotypes, what are the myths, what are the beliefs around divorce, and what is it that is holding you back and keeping you stuck in chains, right? It's going to be a safe space to basically debunk all these myths, to process your experience of experiencing stigma and stereotypes and shame and blame and all of that, and what it does to you. And it allows you an opportunity to also reclaim back your God-given dignity and power, your self-power, which no one can take away from you, no matter what they do or what they say, unless you allow them to. So I'm going to break all that down in a safe, nurturing environment together. And I'm here to invite you to that class happening next Thursday. And the link is in my bio. So go click on it and sign up and come over and join me in the WhatsApp group, where we can start the conversation and connect and share a little bit about, like, what are the biggest challenges that you're facing around dealing with stigma. So I am going to sign off now because I have to head out into another group and do some teaching. So I will, inshallah, see you guys. If you need that support, you're looking for that support, or you want to support someone else who's going through this, I will see you in the class next Thursday. Okay. And let me know your takeaways. Let me know the questions that you have around this topic, and I will address that. Peace and blessings.